Cowboys. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the counter, Ingram. Finding room at the 30. There goes Mark Ingram. The 30, the 20. And finally marked down at the 23. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 23-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They run. It's Mark Ingram. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Ingram. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 4th down, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered. Look at the big man rumble. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ringo. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. 54.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And an alley to run. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now Jackson. And an alley to run. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. After 7-0 on EA Sports. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Draw play. Ingram now. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Jackson now. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. On the draw, this is Ingram. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Ingram. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Elliott. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. All right, CD, let's take a step back. Look at the AFC playoff picture with just 3 weeks to go. Hard to believe. Essentially, I think it's 7 teams for 6 spots right now. The Ravens are in, looking good for the number 1 seed at 11-2, essentially with a 2-game lead over the 10-3 Pats, who they beat in Week 9. Then what, we got Chiefs in the West leading right now. Texans currently ahead in the AFC South. How about that wild card picture?
Yeah, how about Buffalo? They had a tough loss at home to Baltimore, but boy, they're playing awfully well. And guess what? They go to New England next week. That game could...
Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin, 39 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And Jackson throwing once more. And he's got Snead. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 33. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half. Yeah,
it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They go to Elliott again. And some room to work. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 79 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Elliott on 1st down, going to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Completes it to Jason Witten. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a...
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Robert Quinn picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Robert Quinn getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, now he'll escape to his left. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Ravens on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now it's Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Malik Collins, and the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Prescott to throw it, and he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did, my good man. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. Cooper was the target there. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Rolling to his right. He'll run it. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run it with Elliott. Now they have a first down and more. Power running by Zeke. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 41 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Forbath, the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Ravens 17.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Throwing again on second down. Jackson trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.